And welcome back, people, to the MVP podcast, where we are growing slowly but surely, except from last week when it was a whoosh, big whoosh. I'm here.
Oh, we shut up. We shut up like a rocket.
Trust me, man. I'm here with the main man, Sosa Sauce, with the sauce, whipping excursion. How we doing, my brother? You good? Is that it?
I'm blessed, man. I'm good. I'm good.
All I'm going to get from you.
I thought it's about time we talked about football. What you can get is, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. We appreciate everyone that's joined recently in the last couple of days, less than a week. We've absolutely exploded, so appreciate that. Tell me what we're talking about today, man.
I'll tell you what we're talking about. We're talking.
Give me some topics we can talk about today, fam.
We are talking about football transfers because, let's be honest, in the MVP podcast, me and you are the transfer guys. We're constantly breaking the stories first. We're constantly active with the transfers. We're just all over it, and I think we're the most interested. We seem to be the most whenever someone sending a message, we're like always on it. So the two transfer guys are here, Fabrizio Romano and one of the other transfer geniuses from Sky Sports. We're here, yeah? What are you saying, Sos? Are you ready to talk about transfers?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go for it, man.
Okay, cool.
Let's talk about your team first.
Okay, cool. So if you guys haven't already seen, but by now you will have, by the time this video drops, Manchester United just signed Donny van der Beek for around about £40 million. I think it's a 39 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons. It equates to about 35-40 million. Absolutely wonderful signing. I'm impressed, and as I've been saying to a lot of people, I think it's the most excited I've been since Pogba signed for us. I rate the kid so highly. His intelligence, his movement, his off-the-ball work ethic, and his goal-scoring ability as well. The guy he's going to be a future. You know, he's one of those you're going to say, you know what, this kid, retire his jersey, man. He's that good for me.
You know, I reckon this signing for Man United is probably the most sensible signing I've seen from Man United in a while. Like, they've identified, they wanted to get some depth in the squad because, let's be real, he's an attacking type of player where you don't expect him to, especially when you've got guys like Pogba and Bruno in the team. Mm-hmm. He's a similar role to them. He's an attacking style of midfielder, but at least it adds options. So you don't get into a situation where you were in FA Cup and your best player in Bruno's playing a full 90 minutes in a cup game when you're challenging for top four. You've got rotational pieces now.
Yeah, I agree. I think initially, he'll start as a rotation guy, kind of working his way into the side and kind of working his way into the system. But I think the long-term plan will be probably to play him next to Pogba in a 2 with Fernandes more further forward. That will be the long-term plan, I reckon, for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Man United with him.
Can I be real with you, though? Like, I don't mean to sound like I'm negative or anything like that, yeah? But, like, you needed stronger wingers, not a central guy. You needed someone that could play out wide.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Like, it's a great signing, don't get me wrong, yeah? But he's not changing Man United's fortunes. Man United are still going to be struggling.
He's part of a plan. And from what I'm hearing and what we're seeing, Solskjaer had a conversation with him and said to him, look, there's a bigger plan here. You're a key part of that. I believe, and from what I'm seeing from the trusted sources, is that he knows that other people are coming in this window as well. And there's strong rumours now from reliable sources that Man United have started working on the Jadon Sancho structure of agent fees and wages, because what they've done, they've not actually presented an offer to Dortmund yet. So
okay.
What they want to do is, the sticking point is the wages and the agent fees. They want to get that sorted, and then they want to go to Dortmund and say, look, this is how much we want to give you now. This is how much in add-ons. And then at that point, the anticipation is Jadon Sancho will say, I want to come to Man United, get me there, accept the deal, work with Man United. So there's a big plan, and I believe from the people I listen to that have been trusting with transfers, it will happen. But as I've said to most people, and I think I've said this to you as well, This one's going to drag out 100%. This one's dragging out.
I don't understand, yeah, when there's a specific way of dealing with transfers. Man United have it backwards. Like they speak to the player first.
Yeah.
They negotiate the contracts and agent fees and all that.
Yeah.
And then they go to like that builds you up for failure if the club's gonna say no to you. And like I can understand if I was a Man United fan, I'd be furious, yeah, when it comes to deadline day and you're still at an impasse trying to sort out with Dortmund. Because at the end of the day, Dortmund could just be like, no. Like, and you've got him already signed up, but the club's saying no. Like it's I feel it's more important for the actual clubs to speak and actually sort something out before getting your hopes up with, okay, we're gonna speak to his agent. Because end of the day, Sancho can say, look, I want to move to Man United. And he can try and force his way out. But the club, Dortmund, could just still say no. And that's why I want to set expectations for Man United fans. Like, it might not happen.
That's true. But there's more value in selling him now because his highest value now in terms of next year he's got one less contract. So it makes more sense. And there's anticipation that Dortmund will accept an offer for the fee that they want. So I think there's room for negotiation, but you're right. Why are they doing it this way? Maybe because they've got a bit of a sense that this needs taken care of, that can be taken care of. Let's move on to a club who I don't like, but I have to 100% respect because they've done business quickly. They've kept it out of the news, except from one deal. They've literally kept it out of the news. They've got it done. They've announced the player. They've moved on to the next, except from one deal, which is just about nearly finished. It should be finished today or tomorrow, and that's Kai Havertz. But the club is your club. As you say, Chelsea.
Yo, I don't know. Like they went Super Saiyan mode in the transfer window. Like it was a culmination of, okay, we didn't make any signings. Well, technically we got Pulisic, but he was done a year before and then ended up coming through. But we didn't bring any of the new players in. We sold our best player, and we've got all this money left over. Now with financial fair play relaxed, it was just like, yo, happy birthday. What do you want? You want to sign it? Yo, bring that guy over here. What about him? Yeah, he can come too. We've signed. So it got to a point where I was thinking, okay, we've got our signings now. We've got Ziyech, we've got Timo Werner. If we get a left back, I'll be happy, and then we can work on the defense like throughout the season. Yeah. Maybe sort like a partnership where we can have a regular playing between Zuma or whoever it is. And then they started after the Champions League, the final. I thought, Thiago's out of contract. No way are we going to get him. No way. And then it's like, yeah, he's interested in signing. I'm like, oh, this might happen. And then he signs for us. I'm like, and then the other signings that just fall into place. Ben Chilwell signing for us. Like that, I was expecting 80 million odd. And we got him for Maria Granovskaya. I love you. You are probably one of the greatest executives I've seen pulling some madnesses off. I love you. You're beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, he did. He's done really well with the Thiago, because I got Thiago got one. I think he's got one more year in him. So I put Thiago up there. Wicked signing, 1 year deal. It's a 1+1, so he can extend next year. Wicked signing. Ziyech and Werner were just bits of genius doing it before, so you don't have to drag into this transfer saga. Obviously with COVID and everything, so there's like there's less money and there's less players available and all of that. So they got out of that club where, some clubs might be more desperate, or they might be, we're holding on to this guy, we want more money. So you did very, very well to get those two. And those two are big-time players. I think Kai Havertz, I don't rate him as highly as a lot of people do. I think he's a very good player. He's a very, very good player. But I think some people are putting him on that next level, and he's not there yet. So he's going to be another Pulisic. I think give him time. I think he could prove to be unbelievable, but give him time.
I'm going to say something that you're going to just find disrespectful. He's better than Bruno Fernandes right now. He's better than Bruno Fernandes right now. I'm telling you that right now. And he's going to prove it. Forget all those penalties and all that, yeah? This guy's going to prove it this season.
I would feel better than you.
I had to say it. I had to say it. I had to say it.
Listen, if you said Ziyech, if you said
We
Ziyech,
didn't say our midfielders is better than it.
yeah, our midfield is better than yours. But listen, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that because we own Chelsea. Like, we literally own Chelsea. We go there, we beat them. They come here, we beat them. Except from the FA Cup, we literally beat you 3 times last season. 2 in the league, 1 in the Carabao Cup. So we'll beat Chelsea. I'm not worried about Chelsea.
When it comes to times it matters, man. You're
Liverpool
not
and
at the
Man
level
City.
yet.
Liverpool and Man City. That's the level we're achieving to aspire to. But listen, let's move on to another club that looks like they're getting it right for the first time in years. Arsenal, one of your rivals, look like they're actually getting things right for a change.
We got to show Arsenal some love, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, I have to say, as a Chelsea fan, a lot of my friends who are Arsenal fans keep telling us here at MVP, like, yo, you guys disrespect Arsenal. Yo, you guys have done bits. Like,
Yeah,
forget the fact that, you know, you've won a trophy already before, you know, in this like last couple of seasons where teams like Man United and teams like Chelsea haven't really done much. You've actually achieved something. So well done on that. And the actual reinforcements they've already got Aubameyang. He's practically locked up.
Yeah.
They've got Martinelli, who's up and coming. They've got Saka that they've re-signed. And to bring in a guy with experience like Willian is a great move for them. I don't think he's washed, like people are saying. I think he's still got a couple of years left in him. I'd have hoped he'd stay at Chelsea, but, you know, our well wishes for him. But even in defence, the new signing from Lille, Gabriel, I don't know much about him. Do you know anything about their centre-back signing?
I know that he was the best in his team because when I delved more into the stats, I saw that he was the best on his team. In the league ratings, he wasn't as high as I thought he was. He looks good, but is he like the other Gabriel they signed a few years back? You know what I mean? I think this guy's he looks better. He looks better. That guy was trash. He looks better. He looks good.
Fair, that Gabriel, he's doing all right now. Now he's back in La Liga. But like, yeah, I think the pressure got to him, and I hope that with players like that, the pressure doesn't get to them because that can seriously affect how they play. One thing I wanted to mention about Arsenal, if you don't mind moving on, there's a lot of rumours about who they're looking to sign and who they're looking to get, and one of the standout rumours throughout the whole season is Thomas Partey, and I think a guy like that would be more than useful for their squad. They've been lacking. They've got Xhaka, yeah. They've got Torreira, yeah. But they don't. I feel like a guy like Thomas Partey has a more of like a build to him, more energy, and I think he would work well in that team. But in order for them to do that, there's other rumours that they have to move some players around, potentially like Lacazette, potentially like.
That's exactly it, and you brought me on exactly to where I wanted to go. I was reading that they actually wanted Donny van de Beek, but they just couldn't get the funds in time. Van de Beek was more set on Man United, but it would have been interesting if Arsenal could, because I think, again, he's not Thomas Partey in terms of build, but he gets the ball moving, he's athletic, he's got energy, stamina, workhorse, smart thinker. He'd fit into the Arsenal system, especially what they're trying to build. But Thomas Partey, I think he's an excellent signing. I think Ozil, Guendouzi, because obviously the off-field issues they've got to move a couple of players. I wouldn't move Lacazette. I mean, I think Martinelli is going to be coming back from an injury and he's going to take a while to come back. Sure. I would keep Lacazette for this season and see how it goes because I really like Lacazette and I think him and Aubameyang play well together. Aubameyang's your man. He's your key man. But if they can keep that team and bring Partey in and maybe bring in one other player, Arteta has done him and Chelsea, like they're not. I mean, Chelsea have had an amazing window so far, but what he's able to have done with that squad and what he's brought in, it plugs in really well. Can I just move on to one last club before we finish? Because I do worry about this club, and I don't like this club. I don't support this club. I'm not a fan of the manager. I used to be, but I'm not anymore, and you'll know why. But it's Jose Mourinho and Tottenham Hotspur, who look like, and correct me if I'm wrong, look like they're struggling to sign anyone. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean it's catching up with with Jose now. Like his reputation before was, he was a guy that energized people, galvanized squads. People wanted to play for him. Now with the breakup, the second breakup we had with Chelsea and how it worked out, the breakup we had with Man United, like it's tarnished his reputation as far as pulling power goes. I mean, if you ask like the top players in the world, they'll say, yeah, Jose Mourinho is probably one of the best managers about. But younger players, especially ones that are like early 20s or even in their teens, like big superstars, wouldn't think of Jose as being the guy to go to. They probably want to go to a guy like who's up and coming.
Yeah.
But it's not only that. The team, we've said it before and I'll say it again, that team's run its cycle. Like, guys in that squad shouldn't be there anymore. Like, guys like Serge Aurier, like, he's had his time. Guys like, I don't want to see even Dombele. Like, Dombele's just got to the squad, but I feel like he's like, Super's up.
He's up for sale.
There's a lot of things and they're over-reliant, my words out, they're over-reliance on Harry Kane. Yeah. That's what's killing them. If anything's killing them, it's that over-reliance. They should have, if they had the opportunity, they should have cashed in. I know it would have disgusted Tottenham fans, but real talk, if your owner's not going to be spending money investing into the club, getting new signings in, or if you're not able to attract players, then you need to do something to shock the team. And if that means earning some capital from, you get easily 80, 90, 100 million for the guy at the time. But now you probably won't get anywhere close to that.
No,
maybe if he has a good season.
I still think he's worth it. I just don't think, I don't know who's going to have the money to spend because of COVID and because of the finances. But I think next season when things get a bit more back to normal and funds are back in and revenues are back up, Real Madrid would put 150 million down if they can't get Mbappe. I genuinely believe that. Man United, if they wanted to and they thought that this was a target, they could probably splash. Man City could if they think this is a long-term replacement for Aguero. So, I mean, I rate Harry Kane very highly. I think he's one of the best strikers we've got in the league. He's top 3 for definite, maybe top 2 with Aguero. If someone big came in for him and Tottenham said, yeah, we'd take it, I think 130, 140, 150 easily you'd get for him. Easily. I think
for today's markets, I keep forgetting the fact that most players nowadays are going for much more exaggerated figures. Like, it's crazy to imagine that, like, the world's most expensive player was Zidane, like, at 47 million, like, almost 20 years ago. And now it's like 40 million. What's that going to get you?
Exactly. Well, it gets you Van de Beek on the cheap.
I mean, if you're lucky, you get Van de Beek. If you're lucky, you get Van de Beek.
But Sosa, can you lead us out with your special line?
So, well, guys, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, share with your friends. We do appreciate it. If you got to this point in the video, tell us who is your best signings from Tottenham. Well, Tottenham not made any. Arsenal, Man United, or Chelsea. Let me know in the comments down below.
Yeah, 100%. And
lead us out, man. Lead us out, Nayim.
On that note, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing. We know that we've had a massive growth and want to keep that going. So just keep doing what you're doing, and we appreciate that. And we'll be back again with another episode. Peace.